One of last year's big horror films was the Australian film Talk to Me, and I recently watched it the other night on Paramount Plus. That's right, the film is now streaming on Paramount Plus, but is this recent hit horror film as good as the critics say? Or is this one not worthy of lending you a helping hand? Where if it's embalmed or not? Find out in this special spoiler review right now. Big D's Entertainment rankings and reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Joel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the 2022 Australian supernatural horror flick known as Talk to Me. Now, this film was released last year by A24, directed by Danny and Michael Filippo. If I mispronounce those names, I apologize. Of course, they are better known to us as the duo of Raka Raka. And of course, they're well known. They're popular YouTubers. I've never actually watched any of their work. I've just discovered them through this. In their feature directorial debuts, which Danny co-wrote the script with Bill Hinsman based on a concept by Daley Pearson, starring Sophie Wild, Alexandra Jensen, Joe Bird, Otis Dhanji, Miranda, Otto, and Zoe Terakes. Now, the film follows a group of teenagers who discover they are able to contact spirits using a mysterious severed and embalmed hand. Now, in Australia, it was released by Umbrella Entertainment. Anyway, now then, it starts out at a house party in Adelaide when a guy named Cole searches for his brother Duckett. When he finds Duckett and attempts to bring him home, Duckett stabs Cole and kills himself. Sometime later, 17-year-old I'm getting tongue tied. Sorry. Let me try this again. 17-year-old Mia is struggling with the second anniversary of her mother Rhea's suicide by sleeping pill overdose and her distant relationship with her father Max. Mia, her best friend Jade, and little brother Riley sneak out to a gathering hosted by Haley and Joss, where the main attraction is a severed and embalmed hand. Holding the hand and saying "talk to me" enables someone to communicate with a deceased person's spirit, while saying "I let you in" allows the spirit to possess them. In order to prevent spirits from binding themselves to that person, someone else must end the possession before 90 seconds by pulling away the embalmed hand and blowing out a candle to cut the connection. Mia volunteers to go first and is possessed by a spirit that displays a menacing focus on Riley. Joss and Haley struggle to break the connection, and the time limit is slightly exceeded. Now, that's all of the story I'm going to give to you. I will not give you no more of this. If you want to know what happens after this, watch the movie. Now, my thoughts on this film was I was kind of a little anxious to see this. I had waited for months since it came out. Now, this film was released last July in Australia. Now, even though it premiered in October 2022 at the Adelaide Film Festival, but soon it came to Australia on July 27th of last year, and then later it got drew Umbrella Entertainment along with IE Films and Maslow Entertainment. And then after that, it got released by A24, which of course is a studio that's certainly no stranger to giving us independent films, or should I say horror films. I am gonna say that I do agree with critics and what have you. The story, it's pretty good. The direction isn't too bad. The horror sequences, practical effects, sound design, and performances and what have you were pretty good. I did have some negatives and what have you. There was one scene that involved a dog and this guy that on the I think you know what I'm saying. I really was not thrilled with that. That was like man, I really didn't need to see that. That was grosseroo with no offense. Um and also one scene guys like well, one of the guys who was like well possessed and was well hurt bad big time. He's in the hospital his hospital room's bathroom, and he's on the floor like laying on the floor with the showers going or something like that. Yeah, that was kind of odd too. Those are just a few of my issues and why, but nevertheless, I found it to be not too bad. Anyway, this film got good reviews and is certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with 95%, saying with a gripping story and impressive practical effects, the film spins a terrifically creepy 21st century horror yarn built on classic foundations. But I will say the film is pretty weird in some parts too. That there are some weird parts, but it's hard to well explain. Well, other than the two scenes I had big issues with. But I still think it was pretty scary though. I will say everyone just about enjoyed it, and eventually the film will become a big success for A24 as it went on to make 92 million worldwide. It went on to become A24's highest grossing horror film and their second highest grossing film next to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now we have Sophie Wild playing Mia. I thought she did pretty good. Alexandra Jensen played the character Jade. Joe Bird played Riley. Otis Dhanji played Daniel. And Miranda Otto. That's probably the only actress I'm familiar with that I know of. I've seen her name before on several films, and she was in this as well. Just trying to find some. Oh yes, she played Yowen in the second and third installments of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now then, yes, apologies for or well parental guardian bringing in my food and what have you. Let's see, and as Haley is Zoe Terakes, who, well, if I mispronounced that name, I apologize. Now I know no no. Now it wasn't too bad of a character. Now Sophie Wild and Joe Bird got praise for their performances. So I'd say they were both the good performers and what have you. Let's see. Cornell Wilczek does the score for the film. I thought that was good too. So anyway, I'm just gonna say, Talk to Me can be pretty freaky and creepy at times, but overall, I still think it's a pretty good horror film. And since I'm a little late in seeing this probably would have made my horror list. But even though I've already watched some already that came out earlier, like Scream 6 and what have you, just kind of missed it by that much. But I still think this would probably rank as one of the well, in the bottom half of the 10 great films of horror films of 2023, nonetheless. So overall, Talk to Me, it's pretty creepy and freaky, but it does have a great cast though, and a great effects, horror sequences, sound design, a great story, and direction by the Filippo brothers. If, again, I apologize if I mispronounced the names. There is currently a sequel in development, so we'll see what happens and what have you, which will be the same name, but it will have a number 2 instead. Talk number 2 to me. So we're gonna see what happens and what have you. Now, the two Filippo brothers will return as the directors and what have you. So we'll see what happens when that comes around. But anyway, Talk to Me. Give it a watch. The film, if you got on physical media, good. If you don't, no problem. It just more recently came to Paramount Plus with Showtime. So I'm giving the fact that henceforth this will be the final A24 film to come to them, since A24 had already more recently made a deal with HBO. So I wasn't sure which streaming service would get it. But now I know. So Talk to Me, I'd say give it a watch. For my score, I'm gonna give Talk to Me 4 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8. So what did you think of Talk to Me? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation, and continue to help support my channel by checking out my vids and what have you. Not, well, just saying, because I do appreciate your views and what have you. And next time, I am going to make it up to you. I'm going to give you the TV log on Mike Tyson Mysteries tomorrow morning, and then after that, you'll get a mini reviews vid. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out my reviews for these other A24 horror flicks. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Hereditary. The upper right-hand corner is my review of X. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of its prequel, Pearl. Now, I am hoping for the best that the third film, Maxine, which opens this summer, turns out to be a good one. And the bottom left-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.